Welcome to the Ozil Podcast, a safe and supportive place that enables you to dare to embody the woman you've always wanted to be. Imagine if you achieve success, but you don't really achieve your success because you are chasing what others expect of you. Well then, that kind of success isn't going to give you satisfaction and happiness, right? And on the other hand, if you don't achieve that kind of success, then you're going to say to yourself that you are not even capable of doing that. And so you're going to feel like you're a big zero. You see, it's really tricky because in both cases, you cannot win. My name is Dorottya, and I'm a success coach for ambitious women and heart-centered female entrepreneurs. My mission is to help you step into your power, forge your own path, and create a life you're absolutely in love with. The Ozil Podcast is for those who want to reinvent their careers and follow their dreams to achieve more fulfillment and abundance in their professional lives and beyond. Together, we deep dive into topics such as mindset, career, business, and holistic wellness. With each episode, my aim is to empower you to take inspired actions for your professional development and personal growth by giving you the tools and insights that you need to get to your next level. Actually, it was a conversation with a friend that gave me the idea for today's podcast topic. So we were talking and we concluded our conversation by saying that if you look around, what you realize is that most people live their lives comfortably, but not necessarily happily. Meaning that, a lot of people go through life following the rules and social expectations, so they kind of live their whole lives in mediocrity, but they are not truly alive or happy. I'm curious if you look around how many people you know around you who are actually genuinely happy because they are doing what they love, or because once they dare to go after their dreams and now they are living their dream lives. Honestly, I can count on my two hands how many people like that I know, and I think that's kind of a sad observation. So I hope that this podcast could inspire you in some ways or just make you question and reflect on your life. Because I deeply believe that what leads to real happiness is daring to admit that yes, these are my dreams, these are my goals, these are my ambitions, this is who am I, and this is who I want to embody, regardless of what society says I should be or do. True happiness is about daring to step on your own path. But still, most people don't experience this kind of happiness, right? And in fact, I think there are two reasons for that. Either people never ask themselves what makes them happy, what do I really want, but they live their comfortable lives in, so to speak, unconscious happiness. And in this case, what they need is self-awareness to uncover their true essence and what kind of life they want to create for themselves. And the other option could be that they know exactly what would make them happy, and maybe they even know what steps they should take to get there, but still they choose to stay still in their comfort zone. Because change is always something that most people shy away from. It's scary, it's unknown, there is a risk to take, and they are afraid. Will people judge me? What happens if I fail? What happens if I succeed? What will others say? How will my loved ones react? All these questions and fears, and instead of facing them and following their own path, they prefer to stay in their comfortable lives, even though it doesn't light them up. It's easier, and they comfort themselves by saying that's fine, it's not too bad. After, of course, what price you pay for that? Well, it's relative. You might ask how people end up in these situations. Because of course it's not something you plan ahead, right? So usually people who are stuck in their comfort and trapped in these social expectations thought at the beginning that it would be just a transitional stage that actually became part of their reality. Maybe they were supposed to start a job they didn't love, but that allowed them to gain some money, and then they were supposed to change and pivot to do what they originally wanted to do. But let's be honest, in most cases that doesn't happen. Because they say that now they cannot afford that, or now it's too late to change, or just some other excuses that they come up with. And I think the biggest mistake someone can make is wasting their own time. Because our time is limited here, and that makes it so precious, doesn't it? So just give yourself the permission to be happy, because everyone deserves to be truly happy in their workplace. But for that, you need to accept and assume that that's who I am, and that I have my own desires and my own goals. I'm like no one else, and I'm okay with standing out in a crowd. But you know, the funny thing is that we are all trying so badly to fit in, and that's completely normal. But some people will also try to put on a mask, so to speak. And so I'm asking, what's the point of life if you're not living it on your own terms? So what I mean is, imagine if you achieve success, but you don't really achieve your success because you are chasing others people's dream, or you're chasing what others expect of you. Well, then that kind of success isn't going to give you satisfaction and happiness, right? And on the other hand, if you don't achieve that kind of success, then you're going to say to yourself that you are not even capable of doing that. And so you're going to feel like you're a big zero. But don't forget that that wasn't supposed to be your success, right? Because it's not really your own path. You see, it's really tricky because in both cases, you cannot win. You just cannot. So the question is whether you're living your life by someone else's definition of success, or you're living your life by your own definition of success. And now, just be honest with yourself and explore this issue. You may have achieved great success, like you may actually have a good paying job that looks good on paper, but in reality, you don't feel in alignment with your true self, and you're not living the life you would have imagined for yourself. And then, in this case, all this effort, sacrifice, all the hard work you've put in to get where you are right now, all of that, is that really worth it? Just think about that. I personally think it's not worth it. I, for my part, believe that true happiness comes from living your life by purpose and meaning, living up to your own definition of success. It's difficult, I know, because we've always been taught to follow the right path, but not our own. For instance, I don't know you, but at least that's what I've experienced in school, that if somebody tried to form their own opinion that didn't conform to the class expectation, then somehow the teacher would just shut it down, you know. Hopefully it changed since then. I really hope so. But yeah, we've been taught since we were kids that we shouldn't speak up. We shouldn't be different or authentic. We should just blend in with the crowd, right? And that's why it's so hard to break out of that pattern and free yourself from external expectations, because our minds have been programmed this way for so long. And think about it. Imagine having a good salary and a job that looks good on your CV, but in the meantime, you come home from work practically burnt out every single day. Wouldn't it be much better to have the same pay or even more, to do a job that you really love, that excites your soul, and that really contributes to your own happiness and definition of success? As we said, change is not easy, obviously, but it all starts with you being honest with yourself and asking yourself if you are just comfortable or truly happy. The choice is yours. You can continue to live the same life you've been living, but probably you don't want to, and I don't want for you either to have regrets at the end of your life. Or you can choose to step into your own path and create life on your own terms. For that, ask yourself, what kind of work would make you truly happy? What kind of lifestyle do you want to design for yourself? What defines your success? Also, I want to let you know that I will be soon launching an online program to guide those who are currently feeling directionless in their professional lives, who know that they are not happy right now because they are not living up to their full potential, and so they want change. They want change, but they don't know how. This program is for those who want to follow their own path and create a career that truly serves their purpose and their professional fulfillment. So feel free to reach out to me if you want more details, because I would be more than happy to chat with you. I hope you find this episode full with insights, and so if you like this episode, please don't hesitate to share it or rate it with 5 stars on iTunes. Also, you can leave me a little like or a nice comment. I will really appreciate that. See you in the next episode and take care. Bye bye.